evening, friends. Welcome to Kiruna. Yes, it was very loud. I got a bit startled. Kiruna. There are now 32 workers in the mine, and how is the train doing, you ask? And I reply, 610 tons. We are getting ready to disembark. No, disembark. I don't think that's the right term. We're getting ready to roll, is what we're doing. So, cheers and welcome to Petroleum, Proletariat's Prefecture, and Kiruna. Cheers. We get the sunrise as well as the train is just about to head out of the station. Yes. What's the kind of... I'm trying to get a good shot. It's proving very difficult. That this will do. Get the mouse cursor out of the way. That's... There we go. It's not getting better. There, the train is moving. The train is moving. I have made a mistake somewhere. Apparently. Okay. Here, you say? You cannot go here. What? Okay. There's some signaling that is probably wrong here. Or that doesn't make sense in some fashion or another. No. Not really. Not really. Now it's here. There's where the problem. Okay. That should be all right. Yes. You insist on it being here, that you cannot go to this very point. I don't understand. Fine, I'll put a signal in for you. That makes you feel any safer. I mean, is it broken somewhere? This part has worked before. Yes, but you didn't have any signals on. That should be fine. So should that. This. I don't see any problems, you know. Now you're out of diesel. Yes, I realize, but if you just went to the train... That is quite a fail, I would say. This. Yes. There you go. Is there another problem? And where did all you drank up your all your fuel by just going back and forth here? So you weren't out of fuel before. That's a new problem. But now you're not wanting to tell me. I suppose we're doing this the hard way. Or you have a red? What? This is just wrong. This is actually not my fault. Yes, but you have a green. Sorry. Yes, I'm stupid. You have a green. That way it's green. Yes. You see, it doesn't make any difference if you take that out. No. That's fine. It is a little bit unsettling. It is. I shall also keep the train around to see if it gets happy. I don't think it needs fuel to go to the fueling station, you know. Anyway, you just need to get out and push a bit. I shall remove these and do them, have them as regular signals instead. Maybe. I don't see why it will make a difference. This is where you claim to have problems. There are no problems. Unless there is, I mean, the rail is broken in some fashion. It could be, you know, I don't know. Well, this, for example, would be a problem. Why didn't you tell me? Are you happy now? No? Well, there may be more. Not going to click that just yet. Yes, I mean, they are very spread out here, my signals, but they are correct. I insist. So far, at least, I insist. Until I see something that is incorrect, I shall continue to insist. And, yes, if maybe you didn't look at the railroad. Again, it can be. Yes. And this is old and fine since before. What is your problem? I wonder. No, God damn it. Sorry, I lost the train, you know, but I can find it. List of vehicles, to trains, and all map, and this one. It even has question marks and everything in the menu. What I'm thinking about are these. If these being here, no, it really should not be affecting that. No, I cannot really say, let's try and send you. Now apparently you got the engine RPM up. You just, you still have a question mark. View the area where you don't want. Aha, you don't have any problems anymore. Well, that's good. Well, finally then. Feel that torque from the great CME3 locomotive here. Yes. Pulling out on 964 tons in total. It takes a daring train driver to do this this here rail line. And yes, this is not from the Workers and Visuals soundtrack. This is the Soviet March by Shane Ivers at silvermansound.com. Cheers. It's nice, we won this. I actually think that this works if I can just persuade it to get a bit closer to the fuel station before it and then have it resume its duties. You fool it into working, sort of. Yes. Thank you, autosave, I presume, yes. And something is on fire. An oil rig in Norway. We're just gonna have to cross our fingers that it works with the fire protection. It's very exciting, but we have to stay with the train. This is more. Yes, this is certainly more than a burning oil rig out in Norway. This actually looks a bit. This looks a lot more like Norway than actually Norway does here on this map. This bit, at least. A little bit. Well, at least there are very sharp fjell, you know, mountains. And a nice little viaduct that is. Look at this. This map has its flaws, but it also has its very strong points. These mountains are very beautiful. This is, yes. I'm perfectly content with this rolling iron down from the mountain here in this fashion. Yes. I'm starting to fulfill my original what was it, orders, yes. Explore the possibilities of extracting the rich ore deposits in the mountains to generate urgently needed foreign exchange. So I suppose that is what I'm doing. We are doing, indeed, right here, right now. We are generating. How did you put it now? We are generating urgently needed foreign exchange right here with this very train. Although the value in counted as rubles, if you would do that in money, would not represent such great importance compared to a train filled with some of our other products that we make, such as diesel or bitumen. Yes. No, this is not bad looking. Now we're coming up on the little bit crazy, weird bit, but still, I think it's. Yes, I think it works quite well. Do we do this instead? I don't know. It's hard to... No, it's not. Not at this time anyway. Not here. It's the folk version of the main theme for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We've ridden this train all the night, and we are going down the mountain with some iron up from Kiruna. Tra-la-la. Don't do this. Okay, I won't. No. However, the dawn is approaching. I can feel the light coming. We are soon down at reasonable altitudes. This too sharp of an incline is what I'd say this is, but fine. Too steep of an incline. The fire was extinguished. Great, good work, firefighters out in Norway. Raska. And this is very nice. So much of the wilderness is left intact here. A little bit too much maybe of the bushes, but the trees and everything is very nice. It is a very long way to get to that, and I shall soon click the button to cancel this train from going to the depot. And then we'll see what happens. Are you going to click it? Yes, I am. I'm just enjoying the scenery a bit, you know. This is not bad. This is so much green, so lovely. And the green train with with the wagons to go with it in what shall we call it? The color. Yes. Have you clicked the button yet? No. Should you do it now? I would prefer to get it over the thing, you know, over the Great River. And I wonder if I leave it, it may just go and refuel, actually, on the way to the depot. We shall see what happens. This is a bit unfortunate with the floating trains. Floating trains? No, the floating trees. Yes, the floating trees. The trees are floating. And now we're coming up on this this special thing that I had to dig out manually by hand almost to get the right gradient for the train to be able to traverse this here pass up the hill in order to get to the landing of the bridge. And yeah, I suppose brofästet då, ja. Is very far away. It takes a long time for this train to do its journey. Is that a problem? Certainly not. It's a little bit why we come here, you know, to watch the trains. Well, this is much more reasonable than the first bit of rail that connected these parts of the prefecture. It's not optimal, but it's acceptable, I think. In my humble opinion, yes, very humble. Will you go fuel up on your way to the depot? That's the question here at hand. There's a nice blue train heading down to the Soviets with some diesel. And there's a turquoise train, the turquoise train perhaps, even coming the other way. There's a lot of traffic here. That's very nice. Yes, it's annoying that he has to stop, but it's the way of things. Yes. Skål. Cheers. Okay, you are now out on the river line. Here there is serious business going on, so don't fool around with your question marks and jerry cans and things. If I do this now, what happened? Then you did that, but you're still... you found your way to the train diesel station, I think. No, don't get upset, just continue. There's a question mark over there. Have I ruined something? I think that you are fine. You're going very slowly though, compared to what you were doing. Why would you have a problem? You want to go and load up. And excuse me, but what are you doing on this side of the rail line then, if you want to do that? No, I don't care that you're empty. Go here. Turn around. This is may have been in here a long time. You probably ended up in this situation for a refuel for some reason. Yes, I think that's what it is. Now the iron train is rolling in. It demands our attention. We have been following it all this way after all. I think that we may be rather thirsty here. This will feel good. The train is apparently a bit more thirsty than I am. I can understand. It's been a long journey. But now, I suppose that you would want to go around to the roundabout and turn around, wouldn't you? And as luck would have it, it's actually not full of trains for the moment. How are we doing here? Oh, decent. Not brilliantly, but decently. Okay. You know, you're making more dollars than rubles. Almost. Yes, that's because I'm spending rubles. But this year, yes, you're actually exporting more worth in rubles, or dollars rather than, yes, that's all the bitumen nowadays. And that's these here trains. You could stop. You could go to the depot. Where is the iron train? It is. Prefekturens första malmtåg. Yes. The first ore train of the Republic, of the Prefecture, of course. What am I saying? The Prefecture's first ore train. Yes. And we apparently are meeting up another train there, yes. Did I do that thing? Or what did No, I just thought about it. I thought about getting a bit more... How many trains do I have currently running here on this here? There is only one heading to it, but with the building in the plan. There's one. Okay, one train is apparently coping with all the bitumen outputs. That's good, I suppose. But you know, to the others, to the Soviet side, I have like 10. Yes, but it's much longer. And indeed, as predicted, it turned around. Really should get a fueling station in somewhere along the line as well. Yes, that means that an oil train can go up there all the way to some place on the mountain. Yes, it does. I mean, why not repopulate this place? Because they always die off. they always die. It's too close to the thing here, you know, with the pollution. It's really bad. We can have a look. I don't believe. It's not hard to believe. We believe. Yes, I insist. We must have a look at the pollution. Yes, it's not a nice place to live. The other side of town may be, but then they cannot walk to work, and then the point is sort of lost. These people are lucky. No, they are not lucky. Apparently, there's only 5 persons still living here. Okay, I thought they might have been doing a little bit better out there, but that was wrong. Yes, wrong. Okay, is there anything else that we want to? We have ridden down the mountain. Gone down the mountain, you know. Look at this. There are many trains hungry for diesel here. No, you're not hungry for diesel. Why are you taking up space in here then? You could go out here. Stupid train. Let's go look for the iron train. Here it is. Found it. This is taking a very long time. Yes. In the meantime, up in Kiruna, I think that their aggregate loading thing here is pretty much full by now. Yes, and they cannot store or export iron ore. No. Fortunately, that is the case. Well, buy another train. We have the space for it, you know, on the network, except for this place, which is a choke point and a severe problem. Yes, indeed, except for this place. Going to do something about it? Perhaps. Perhaps. This one was very good, you know. A little bit, maybe we should have something stronger. Yes, we shall have Polish or Ukrainian. We're going with the Polish. Which one is the largest? Yes, I'm just... okay. Which one will allow me the most wagons? I think I'm going to need many iron trains after all. Yes. There we go. And let's have the train, which shall be very easy to find. It has a distinct name now. Yes. Hello, and a copy. Yes. Now, will these get the same problem that the other one had with the fuel and the things? I wonder. And we shall retire, or they are all pretty much... let's catch some coming the other way. If there are any. There aren't any. There are absolutely no... There is one. Congratulations, you get to go home. And you as well. Yes, we'll try and take 2 trains out. It's one for each would be lovely if it was. Yes, it is. Oh, very lovely. And go to the depot and go to the depot. And you set off on your journey. To Kiruna. We're in the iron business. Have we sold any? No. Not yet, right? So you have to click that, and then we go to the Prefecture's first ore train. You are not at the border quite yet. What are you doing? You're not... you... That's my fault, of course. I should know by now that when you... Yes, when you click that button and then cancel, it doesn't continue on its last thing that it was going to. Rather, it starts from the top there, and yes, it's just a little bit to the single track bit where we can turn the train around. Just a little ways away. It's a very long way away. We should. It feels uncomfortable. It does feel right. This people cannot travel at this speed. They will get sick and things. And this now go here and then turn around. Yes. It has to struggle quite a bit to get up to speed, this one. And then it has to stop and think about it for a bit, and then we hit the gas again. Yes. Yes, that's 20 liters since we started looking at this, and 20 more. Yes. Then again, we are moving iron ore to the Soviet Union. Who knows what good things they will build out of it? The good people of the motherland, you know. You know, we should... I have not really accomplished the thing here by... I have not generated any urgently needed foreign exchange before this train has reached the border house. No. And since we took a little detour, it's going to be a while, unfortunately. So we shall enjoy the trees and the river. That's what we shall do. A second time. It's very heavily forested here. It would have been... I thought I saw, no. If it would be so kind as to meet another train here on the bridge or close to the bridge, approaching the bridge, like this, for example. In fact, we can see another train coming over the bridge. Yes. Good luck on your journey up the mountain. The elevation may get a little bit unsettling, but you'll get used to it. Don't fall off a cliff. Goodbye. This is really, you know, I'm not even... Yes, you know, you get what you get. Sometimes you get this kind of gets, and other times you get other kinds. It's how it is. but at least we get some. We can have some music. Kretschma. This one, yes. It's another train is meeting here meeting up here at the pass at the gouge. At the gouge, yes. Bum bum bum. This is taking forever, you know, and we're not really offering that much interesting. We're not adding much value here by just sitting around. Demographics. Why not talk about a bit about demographics? That's always interesting. 8,642 people are currently living here in our world, and it's increasing steadily and nicely. 1,755 births and 1,365 deaths and 13 escapes. That's not too bad. There's quite a bit of unemployed workers. 93% average productivity. That's too bad. Not too bad. No. Lifespan is a little bit low, but it is what it is. It is a bit dirty business that we are in after all. The oil business, yes. People are very much educated. In fact, over half the population has a university education. That's good of them to have. Yes, and there we can see the wave of immigrants actually in this graph. It increased significantly at one point in time, and then it decreases slightly over time. Yes. I don't know. Maybe I was looking at something. Yes, that one. The no education line and the basic education line, they sort of the gap between them gets smaller as time progresses, which is excellent. In fact, that is just what we want. Yes. We're soon at the border. Yes, we just have a little ways to go, like 2/3 of the river line. No, we're halfway down the river line. Yes. Think positive, strength, light, happy thoughts. Indeed. How is it that you always manage to select something with the invisible mouse cursor here? Except when trying to make a point, of course. Anyway. Yes, money. This year, I was planning on doing something about this. Exporting bitumen to the Soviet Union. Getting the ruble count up. Do I need more rubles? I might get a call from Moscow again, inquiring about where all the bitumen goes. And you know, I can't. This story about paving all the land. It's I can only pave so much, you know. But it's a large country, and we have barely paved it at all. Yes, but the story is that we are paving all of the country, right, and then sending the bitumen once we're done. Yes, it is. What are we doing now then with all that bitumen? Now we're paving the river. We're paving the river. Yes, ships are rubbish. Yes, indeed, ships are rubbish so far, but give it some time and maybe they'll get better. Yes, maybe they will, but for now we're paving the river. Okay, fine then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Something we made it this time as well. They bought it, I think. Maybe. A while longer. They wouldn't get mad. No, would they? They're about selling some bitumen on the side. No. I don't think so. It is our hard work, after all, that has transformed this desolate place to an oil superpower almost. Yes, just look at the resource status here. We have the 20,040 tons. No. Yes, 20,035 tons, give or take, of oil. That's a bit. And you know, we don't have many products. We are just about to come on the market with a new product, a product that we have not been exporting before, a product that will amaze the world with its potential. What is this product of which you speak? It is iron ore. Yes, great work. Yes, iron ore is very important, you know, to make steel. Yes, indeed, it is extremely important to make steel. It's not, but thank you. Excellent. Good work. Yes, it sounds like they're not very, very excited about the iron ore. I went through a lot of trouble, you know, to get it. A lot of trouble. And here we are. We are finally approaching our destination for this here iron ore. This really takes a long time. Yes, and we will get a second post, a second line here on this here document of economy and trade. The church. No one's around, but the church is still standing, and so is apparently this wood cutting post. Oh, lovely noise there of chainsaw. Yes, it's a Husqvarna, something or other. And the right track is what you chose to go on. Yes. Okay, we just about now. Yes, the first war train of the Republic. Yes, we're selling iron. Look at the graph; it's increasing at such an amazing rate. Money amount is yes, very impressive. The graph is nice, though. It means business with its thing there that it does. The rise of metallurgy. What is more fitting? Well, if this was a steel train, a train full of steel, you know, it would have been a bit more impressive. Or cars, or buses. Yes, but we are not that Demokratiska Böhmen. We're not going there here, no. That's like 200 hours more to get that done. No, I have now... I have completed the mission, I think. Have I not? Seriously though, is there anything happening up in old Kiruna or new Kiruna? No? Has there been a train? Yes, trains have been here. Is there one close by? You are out of fuel. I have to fix that. I'm not going to do that right now though, but I am going to fix that. Then I have not completed the mission. Damn it. if you just went, I have never witnessed trains being fussy about how and where they go to fuel up in this game before. Yes, in old Kiruna here. Yes, I'll fix that. Let's have a look. You have been appointed as governor of the region Krasnoyarsk, the region, the Proletariat's Petroleum Prefecture, by the central government in Moscow. Your main objective is to reorganize the oil production in the plains and explore the possibilities of extracting the rich ore deposits of the mountains to generate urgently needed foreign exchange. Yes, your main challenge will be the minimal infrastructure in this remote area. The river will be the backbone of your transport system. I beg to differ. The Iron Horse is the backbone of my transport infrastructure, and of course the pipeline, the great pipeline that runs. This is really the impressive bit of the thing, you know. Yes. This took 3 hours to build. Yes. But that's, it works. A bus full of educated firefighters just arrived. And as we saw before, fires are put out in these places at a regular occasion. They are a bit polluting, these things, unfortunately. But it's no matter. It looks fine. If you ask me. Yes. Is there some? No, the water looks fine. Yes. Was there anything that you were making a point about something? It was this one that was on fire. It was exactly by the name of Norge. Yes, this is part of the main pipeline. Out here, how much are we pumping? Not that much. Here we are pumping a lot more. Excuse me, this is part of the main pipeline network. 5 tons of oil per second. Or 3.18. Yes. Workers? 1. Okay then. It's full. It's full. Is it even full in these things? Yes, it is. We are not consuming enough oil. You people have to get. Or should I? Either you get serious with the procreating things here, or I will invite more immigrants. But we don't have any place to live. As it is, you know. Here there are plenty of space available. There is plenty of space available. Yes, but I think was it out here as well I took and have they all... Which house was it? It was one of these. Has it regrown? Fantastic. And this one. This one has not regrown so much, only a little bit. I know people living with their parents, that's very good. And is it possible to get more houses in here? And the town infrastructure can support it, I think. We should have a few more sellers in the shopping center, just to be safe. Just to be safe. And could we get a house? A house? A residential building. Indeed, a residential building. No, we couldn't. I'm afraid. Maybe we could get something in. If you wouldn't mind, but I think you don't mind that. Okay, good. And let's see if we can't get another house in here. Residential flats. Who are you kidding? Nobody. It's fiddly. That's the wrong tool. That's the right tool. See? Yes. Auto build using dollars. Sure. There we go. And we should have a little bit of immigration. There you go. More. Apparently we're growing the population. Yes, we're expanding into iron. And we took people out of the oil industry. That's not acceptable. No, but 700 workers in the oil refineries combined, that is acceptable. It is. We now have 2 trains waiting at the loading station. That's excellent as long as there are no question marks or anything. There are, though, question marks. List of trains. Map. There is one that has a problem. What are you doing? Where are you? You are waiting at the red signal. Yes. Must be someone in here. Where is it? There isn't. But you should not have red. No, seriously, you should not. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have red. Why are you red? See, on this end. Here. It is quite green. Just about as green as it's going to get. You know. And there isn't any trains. Oh, that apparently got you going. Oh, reliable. I said, how much fuel did you have? You're running on fumes, basically. You're not supposed to go up the mountain on fumes. Yes, another train diesel station is coming. Out here somewhere, maybe. But they need electricity too. Ugh. Yes, dear friends. That is an adventure for another time. For now, we shall pass with this here rail junction. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.